Hello everyone. In this video, I am Dr. Aishwarya Balap going to discuss about loop diuretics. Loop diuretics are the drugs produce a peak diuresis much greater than that observed with the other commonly used diuretics. Hence, the name high ceiling diuretics. What do you mean by peak diuresis? It is the time at which the maximum effect of diuretic compound or the diuretic drug can be seen. So, normally it takes 2 to 3 hours for the formation of urine, but with the help of these diuretic drugs or even in the presence of water, diuresis may take place within an hour or within 30 minutes. So that is the peak diuresis, you can say. So these drugs produce the much greater effect of peak diuresis as compared to all other classes of diuretics. Hence the name is high ceiling diuretics. Their main site of action is believed to be on the thick ascending limb of the loop of Henle, where they inhibit the luminal sodium potassium chloride symporter or co-transporter. These diuretics are commonly referred to as loop diuretics. Additional effects on the proximal and distal tubules also are possible. High ceiling diuretics are characterized by a quick onset and short duration of activity. Their diuretic effect appears in approximately 30 minutes and lasts for approximately 6 hours. So here you can see this sodium potassium chloride co-transporter will be actually the site for the mechanism of action for these loop diuretics. The loop diuretics are of extremely diverse chemical structure, such as the organomercurial diuretics. Another class is the sulfamoyl 2 and 3 aminobenzoic acid derivatives, for example, furosemide and bumetanide respectively. Third class is phenoxyacetic acid derivatives, example is ethacrenic acid. In organomercurials, they were the main diuretic therapy from 1926 to the early 1950s. But limitations of organomercurials are they cannot be given orally because of poor and erratic absorption. After their parenteral administration, there is a 1 to 2 hour lag on the or in the onset of the diuresis. Their activity depend on the acid base status of the individual, that is they are ineffective when the urine is alkaline. They are cardio and nephrotoxic. The second class in this type of diuretics is 5-sulfamoyl 2 and 3 aminobenzoic acid derivatives. Here you can see 2 aminobenzoic means second position at this aminobenzoic acid, and this third position of this 5-sulfamoyl aminobenzoic acid are the actually substitutions which are active in diuretic activity, and these are used in edema, hypertension, hypercalciuria, that is an elevated urinary concentration of calcium, are prone to the formation of calcium containing stones within the urinary tract. So structure activity relationship, if we are going to study for these compounds, the substituent at the first position, must be acidic. Here you can see for both these compounds, the carboxyl group provides optimal diuretic activity, but other groups as tetrazole may have respectable diuretic activity. A sulfamoyl group in the fifth position, here you can see at the fifth position of both these types, is essential for optimal high ceiling diuretic activity. The activating group in the fourth position, here you can see that at the fourth position can be chloride or CF3, phenoxy, alkoxy, anilino, benzyl or benzoyl group. Further, major differences between the two series of 5-sulfamoyl benzoic acids is based in the nature of the functional groups that can be substituted into the second and third positions with the retention of maximal diuretic activity. Substituents that can be tolerated at the second amino group of the 5-sulfamoyl 2-aminobenzoic acid series are extremely limited, and no deviations are allowed on the few moieties that are acceptable. For example, only furfural, benzyl, and thienyl methyl in decreasing order yield derivatives with maximal diuretic activity. Substituents at 3 amino group of the 5-sulfamoyl 3 amino benzoic acid can vary widely without affecting optimal diuretic activity. Considering 5-sulfamoyl 2 amino benzoic acid, the substituents that can be tolerated on the second amino group are limited and no deviation are allowed on the few moieties that are acceptable. So only furfuryl, benzyl, thienyl methyl yield derivatives of diuretic activity. And the examples are with furfuryl substitution is furosemide, and with thienyl methyl substitution is azosemide. So furosemide, this is the structure of furosemide. Furosemide has a diuretic effect 8 to 10 fold that of the thiazide diuretics. However, it has a shorter duration of action, that is 6 to 8 hours. Furosemide causes a marked excretion of sodium chloride, potassium, calcium, magnesium, and bicarbonate ions, with as much as 25% of the filtered load of sodium excreted in response to initial treatment. It is effective for the treatment of edemas connected with cardiac, hepatic, and renal sites. Because it lowers the blood pressure similar to the thiazide derivatives, one of its uses is in the treatment of hypertension. Furosemide is orally effective but may be used parenterally when a more prompt diuretic effect is desired, such as in the treatment of acute pulmonary edema. The dosage of furosemide 20 to 80 mg per day may be given in divided doses because of the short duration of action of the drug and carefully increased up to a maximum 600 mg per day. In adverse effects of furosemide, clinical toxicity of furosemide and other loop diuretics primarily involves abnormalities of fluid and electrolyte balance. As with the thiazide diuretics, hypokalemia is an important adverse effect that can be prevented or treated with potassium supplements or co-administration of potassium sparing diuretics. Increased calcium ion excretion can be a problem for postmenopausal osteopenic women, and furosemide generally should not be used in these individuals. Hyperuricemia, glucose intolerance, increased serum lipid levels, ototoxicity that is toxic to the ears, and gastrointestinal side effects might be observed as well. Hypersensitivity reactions also are possible with furosemide, a sulfonamide based drug, and cross reactivity with other sulfonamide containing drugs is possible. Synthesis of furosemide can be done with 2,4-dichlorobenzoic acid after treating with chlorosulfonic acid and ammonia, and this intermediate water form is further reacted with furfuryl amine. After heating to 130 degrees Celsius, you will get the furosemide. The second subclass is 5-sulfamoyl 3-amino benzoic acid. Here, the substitution at third position will be done, and the examples are bumetanide and pyretanide. This is the structure for bumetanide. For bumetanide, a phenoxy group has replaced the customary chloro or trifluoromethyl substitutions seen in other diuretic molecules. So here you can see this phenoxy substitution. The phenoxy group is an electron withdrawing group similar to the chloro or trifluoromethyl substitutions. The amine group customarily seen at position 6 has been moved to position 5. These minor variations from furosemide produced a compound with a mode of action similar to that of furosemide, but with a marked increase in diuretic potency. The short duration of activity is similar, but the compound is approximately 50-fold more potent. Replacement of the phenoxy group at position 4 with benzyl amino or benzyl sulfide group also gives compound with a favorable activity. However, when the butyl group on the carbon 5 amine is replaced with a pheranyl methyl group such as in furosemide, the results are not favorable. In therapeutic applications of bumetanide, this compound also functions as a high ceiling diuretic in the ascending limb of the loop of Henle. Its duration of action is approximately 4 hours. The uses of this compound are similar to those described for furosemide. The dose of bumetanide is 0.5 to 2 milligram per day given as a single dose according to its potency. Adverse effects are similar to those induced by furosemide. The another type of subclass in these loop diuretics is phenoxyacetic acids, and the example is ithacrenic acid. This is the structure for ithacrenic acid. Optimal diuretic activity was obtained when an oxyacetic acid group was positioned para to an alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl or other sulfhydryl reactive group, and chloro or methyl groups were placed at the second or third position of the phenyl ring. So here you can see the optimal activity was obtained with the positions, that is para positions. Here the oxyacetic group was substituted, and to the alpha and beta positions of the carbonyl group, here the second and third positions, there will be the chloro substitutions will be there, or methyl substitution. In addition, hydrogen atoms on the terminal alkene carbon also provided maximal reactivity. Thus, a molecule with a weakly acidic group to direct the drug to the kidney and an alkylating moiety to react with sulfhydryl groups and lipophilic groups seem to provide the best combination for a diuretic in this class. These features led to the development of ithacrenic acid as prototypic agent in this class. The mechanism of action for this ithacrenic acid is ithacrenic acid alkylate the thiol endogenous compounds such as glutathione to give the sulfhydryl containing conjugates. This conjugate is converted to the ithacrenic acid cysteine and ithacrenic acid N-acetyl cysteine conjugates. So here you can see these conjugates. Ithacrenic acid cysteine conjugate is unstable in vitro and in vivo that release ithacrenic acid cysteine. So ithacrenic acid glutathione, ithacrenic acid cysteine are equi-efficacious diuretics. So the mechanism of action for this ithacrenic acid is it acts by the inhibition of sulfhydryl containing enzymes involved in solute reabsorption in the nephron. So uses of ithacrenic acids are same uses as cited for furosemide and bumetanide. Oral administration of this drug results in diuresis within 1 hour and a duration of action of 6 to 8 hours. Ithacrenic acid is prescribed for individual who has a known hypersensitivity to sulfamyl containing drugs. As ithacrenic acid doesn't contain any sulfamyl drug, if any patient is sensitive or hypersensitive to the sulfamyl containing drugs, you can use or it can be replaced with the ithacrenic acid for the diuretic activity. In adverse effects, same adverse effects as noted with the furosemide and bumetanide, except those related to sulfamyl group. Ototoxicity and GIT effects, that is GIT hemorrhage, more than furosemide and bumetanide.